He walked in, he had the Gucci flip-flops on or whatever. I remember the tone of his voice, just when he was like, dirty soda, Sprite, Lee, white girl, iced tea, fully loaded, AP. I just made a face, I was like, man, what the fuck?
The act of making dark music feel inspirational is one I've wanted to dive into for a while, and in today's video we're going to dive into the evil genius behind Future, and more specifically his album DS2, and we're going to dive into what, how, and why Future has been able to create such a cult-like fan base while taking such an unorthodox approach to music. DS2 was dropped off the back of the hype of his albums Beast Mode and 56 Nights, and was released at a time where his label was very much indifferent at the trajectory or position Future was going to have in the rap industry.
Just being in the streets every day, taking a risk, and to be able to do this music, I don't take it for granted, because I feel like if I ain't had this, I'd be in the streets, and I don't want to be in the streets no more, so I go so hard.
56 Nights and Beast Mode were two albums where he really took the direction and fully gave his vision to two projects to the label. So from then on, the label was really taking more of a hands-off approach with Future's music. And although in this album, Future gives us our fair share of misogyny and toxic masculine bars that everyone so knows and loves, but the album was really dropped at a point in Future's career where he was reflecting a lot on his personal life. And a lot of the lyrics and bars throughout this album show that Future is at pretty much a median point in his life, where he's making changes from his past self and sees progression, but is still stuck and not exactly where he wants to be.
Sitting with a guy that is largely going to and has defined what the future of, no pun intended, the future of hip-hop. And everybody knows it, right?
A lot of DS2's production also marked a change in direction where trap music, Atlanta trap music, was going. And a lot of the big names we would go on to hear for the next 5 to 10 years, a few of them would get their first really big buzz and shine on this Future project. One of those names most specifically being Metro Boomin. And one of those tracks where both Future and Metro Boomin thrive comes in the song of I Thought It Was a Drought.
At the penthouse, right by the door with my Gucci flip-flops on, and this ain't no disrespect, you know what I mean? I really lived that moment and went to the studio. I went directly to the studio.
You know, he walked in, he had the Gucci flip-flops on or whatever. I remember the tone of his voice, just when he was like, dirty soda, Sprite, Lee, white girl, iced tea, fully loaded, AP. I just made a face. I was like, man, what the fuck?
I didn't know I was gonna do that shit that day, and I was like, man, I just fuck your bitch.
It's some Gucci flip-flop. He just kept going, and I was like, yeah, this shit crazy right here.
Where Future's drought doubles not only as his addiction to one brand of lean activist, but also to his encounters with women and money. Really a play on words, which comes from the medical company activists taking their codeine products off the shelves. Thank you, Justin Bieber, for ruining it for everyone. A lot of the song's virality came from its ethereal trap, futuristic-esque kind of sound, but also Future's just aggressive and polarizing bars telling people he just fucked their bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. The bars are so simple, yet aggressive, yet demanding, and catchy all at the same time. Where a lot of Future's talks about his own personal life or what he went through as a drug dealer in the past is kind of hidden beneath these catchy, fun choruses, because on the exact same song, Future is talking about trapping, moving dope, but also getting women that he has encountered with involved in the game. And Future's also sure to let us know of his current drug addictions. And I believe a lot of his addiction and fascination with drugs, money, and women is all a distraction from his own current mental health struggles. But obviously the big controversy of the song comes in the form of Larsa Pippen, where I cannot confirm nor deny whether the song is really about his encounters with her. A lot of the speculation out there believes that this song was the initial call out to Larsa Pippen. It would be Future songs like Rent Money, where Future would more directly take a shot at Larsa and Scottie Pippen. But overall, for this song to be the intro on DS2 is perfect and clearly exemplifies the lifestyle of Future at the time. It's very erratic, all over the place, riddled with lots of success, but also a lot of troubles and demons as well. And where you might think the next song might slow down or calm down in terms of aggressiveness, Future just completely turns it up on I Serve the Bass, where the chorus itself some people may think is referencing the bass of the song or the beat. Future serving the bass is a reference to him serving free bass cocaine, aka crack. This song is also the first of the few times on the project where Future mentions his mental health and depression, which is why I Serve the Bass is one of my favorite songs on the project. It's grimy. It's also one of those songs that feels more connected to his roots. On the next song, Where Ya At, obviously the big feature from Drake, we get these bars from Future about betrayal, but people also not being there for him. You know, Future is at a point where he is grown, but he still has thoughts, regrets, and grudges amongst people in his previous life that is clearly still affecting Future in some kind of way. It's really a diss and shitting in the face of all the people that maybe weren't exactly there for Future, have crossed him in some kind of way up until this point. And that's pretty obvious with putting one of the biggest rappers at the time on the song Where Ya At. Anyone that may have not believed in Future to that point, he's wondering where the fuck you're at now. But it also shows where Future is at currently. He, yes, is having a lot of fucking success, getting a lot of money, a lot more women, a lot more attention to his brand. But he can't help but ignore that these past experiences still currently affect him. And I want to jump a little forward in the project, bringing us to Percocet and Stripper Joint. To me, should be regarded as one of the most critically acclaimed trap songs to ever be released. He slows the album down a lot and fully relies on his melodies and harmonizing, where it feels like an old school LA synth met modern trap music. What this song represents is the theme of the entire album. I truly believe it's the dichotomy of a trap star. Is as the listener, you can't really tell if Future is having the time of his life or actively self-sabotaging. With bars surrounding immense pill and drug fascination, the lines between borderline depression and free living is beyond skewed for this man. It's clear he's very much riddled by past negative demons. But I think that's how this album came to be, with Future rapping about his own personal experiences and truly documenting his state of mind at that time. The true evil genius behind Future is that he is fully himself. And his ability to take such negative concepts and pain and turn them into something so inspirational is among one of the hardest tasks of creatives. But I believe the way in which Future has done so has never been seen before. Does Future have the best production of all time? No, probably not. Does Future have Kanye level lyricism? No, probably not. But what Future does the best is owning his story, being able to communicate that story. There's been hundreds of thousands of rappers that talk about similar concepts, but little to none have a lifespan of over 15 years in the rap industry. DS2 is regarded as one of the greatest trap albums ever, and those are pretty much my thoughts on the project. Personal video here. I'm definitely going to have a lot more content to come. I'm going to try to put out one video a week for you guys. Not just this video essay style. This is me just pretty much talking my shit about one of my favorite projects ever. And if you guys have any thoughts about that in the comments, please feed to the discussion. I love hearing what you guys think about the music. I'm going to try to do some IRL style content, some documentary style content. I'm going to be all over the place. But that's pretty much all for today. This was an Average Joe's Thoughts. More to come.
Think a nigga like me give a fuck about a nigga shooting up the church. I gotta take the shit over God, cause I'm a God on the earth.